I would like to give you an update about the best gacha game RPG to play in 2026, but I would give a great combination list between the upcoming gacha game and also the game that has been released globally, but it's pretty worth playing even in 2026. Because the developer is consistently giving an update. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Gacha Game RPG Good to Play in 2026, AFK, Idle, Gacha Games for Android and iOS. SAWERIA Time Reserve. As I remember, this game is pretty active on launching the new games genre from a turn-based MMORPG, RPG, and right now, it's an idle game. But I have a high conviction if this game would have a better players number than the other games genre. Because nowadays, an idle game or AFK game is getting popular, and also how the visual of this game is pretty good in general. The skill showcase, the character design, and how it comes with an English version is enough to attract the player to play it. Seriously, if you want to play the best gacha game with a lot of storyline, then this game is the answer. We will see a lot of dialogue and conversation along the story just before we clear or after we clear every single stage. The combat mechanism is pretty easy. It will play automatically, the skill will unleash in auto, the gauge meter will be recharged once we do a regular attack. SAWERIA Time Reserve is the best new gacha game for Android and iOS in 2026. Kozero Nightmare. I would say it will become the most played game gacha on mobile. Even the enthusiasm is pretty good once the developer launched the game's trailer, and how the beta testing was always full of the players. It's because the game has a different concept where the camera angle will come to as a third-person perspective when we select an action, which is a new idea. The game's combat mechanism are a build card deck base, so the player needs to maintain which skill card we should put on the deck list, and the skill will come randomly, so it's pretty important to place the skill on your main deck to launch your favorite action and deal a better damage after. Kozero Nightmare is a new brand RPG gacha game where the player will get a high quality hero so easily. I wonder how possible the developer made it as a no pay to win gacha game with this amazing visual. If you love to play a dark fantasy theme base, then I would suggest you this RPG. Seven Knights Rebirth. No game can stand against it right now. It's way too good to play for me. Even I have played it for more than 15 hours a day while I'm doing my own job. This RPG is a really good idle game with a high gacha rate that we will have. Especially the guarantee features will help us to get a legendary hero, so we need to do a gacha for 100 times, but don't worry, it's not pay to win gacha game, because we can easily get a diamond freely through an AFK mode. I love how it has so many features that we should do to upgrade our main hero: enhancement, transcendent, fusing, ultimate enhancement, and many more. There is a ton of daily dungeon mode we should participate in to get a rare material or equipment freely. Seven Knights Rebirth has one of the best skill animation on mobile, with a very simple gameplay where we can make a skill queue list to do an AFK mode. Absolutely the best gacha game to play in 2026 for Android and iOS. Chat Group. This game is so underrated as a new gacha game because the game doesn't get a huge attention once it launches a beta, which is its own development right now. In fact, it has one of the best new anime character design with a very good hero form. It looks way more mature and proportional and does not look like a chibi design. The gameplay is super simple. I'm sure you can understand it easily because the hero's stamina will recharge automatically once we enter in the new turn. There are two main actions we can do, the regular attack or the skill attack, so we'll not have much option, which make it even easier for the player to decide which action we should pick. As a newbie player in this combat gameplay, surely you can learn way faster. In fact, the auto features will be unlocked once we reach a certain stage. The character skill looks pretty charming and not so much animation will show up, so we can clear the stage even faster then. Unfortunately, it's quite difficult to obtain a legendary hero. Hopefully they will raise the gacha rate then. Best Anime Gacha RPG Mobile 2026. Dragon Raja ReArise. No one will expect if this game series will become an idle RPG base because this game franchise is well known as a realistic MMORPG genre, but the developer seems pretty serious about creating a different games genre and the result surprised me. It has a very high score on the Play Store, which is 4.8 stars and has been downloaded by over 100,000 players. This achievement surely describes how good the game is, so the gameplay of this new gacha game is pretty simple. 100% you don't have to touch any single action while in the combat because the heroes will launch any skill randomly and automatically. The only thing we should do is doing a perfect preparation to manage the team's lineup and how we should raise the character status point by gearing up the equipment, raising level, and how we should enhance their status ability. I'm sure it will still exist in 2026 as the best AFK RPG on Android and iOS. Star Sailors. I can't imagine how possible they create such a crazy graphic game anime but only need a very small size game at all. Only less than 3GB but the quality is insane. You can easily judge it through this video about how smooth the gameplay is. It runs amazingly in a high FPS and consistently on 60 frame rate per second without any single laggy. It's totally amazing. The art style is one of the best aspects we should be concerned about, even if you can see the background clearly from a further distance. The game's combat mechanism are really simple. We need to use the regular action to fill up the hero's gauge meter, and the skill only needs a little energy to unleash it. Actually, we can make a higher damage number by breaking the combat battle system. Then you will see how your hero will deal a multiple damage after. It's not about a gacha base only because the developers are really concerned about the storyline that is full of cutscenes along the dialogue. Star Sailor is the best recommendation gacha game on mobile 2026. Windbreaker Rebel Heroes. If you love this series, then try to play it on mobile right now. It's a ported anime game from an anime series that has exactly the same looks. Even the developer is super kind at giving a bunch of free diamonds to gacha. That's not the only kindness because we'll obtain a legendary SSR hero freely just by clearing the prologue first. Then you will see how strong this character is. You will easily beat the enemy in the earlier game and enjoy how easy the game will become. The combat mechanism is fully auto game idle. We can even leave the game and let the hero release the skill whenever it's ready. But if you would like to take it more seriously, then try to turning off the auto features to optimize the combat result. By combining some hero skill through a chain system, then your damage number will significantly increase multiple times bigger. Exploring the area, visiting the store, and interacting with some NPC is possible to do. Best free-to-play gacha game RPG on mobile 2026. OZ ReArise. Have you ever tried this game before? Because it's been doing beta testing 2 times already and I love the visual and it's truly magnificent. It looks so colorful and bright, making the player love to play it longer and spoil my eyes so much. It's kind of an AFK game where all of the action will prepare automatically. Each of the hero's attack will recharge the ultimate skill energy, and the hero will lock the target random target automatically. Some of the skills will have a wider range effect, but most of the skill will lock one target only, so we need to adjust the best composition of the hero in the team's lineup. You know, it was made by a Japanese games developer and no wonder the character expression is pretty expressive, especially in the dialogue. A lot of cutscenes will be provided to show us about the main storyline. Overall, I love how the game's skill showcase looks so adorable. Eversoul. Before we know Seven Knights Rebirth or Dragon Raja ReArise, we have one of the best gacha game idle RPG before, and this game comes so early on mobile. The combat gameplay looks pretty interesting, the skill showcase is amazing, the visualization is sharper than Seven Knights Rebirth. Unfortunately, the developers are not kind enough to give a high quality heroes. I only get a few epic heroes and most of are rare and common ones. Seriously, Eversoul should learn how to attract the player by raising up the gacha rate first and give a lot of achievement points to us for a free diamonds. I show on the Play Store reviews about how difficult the player get a AAA hero, and I think I know what is the main reason why this game is getting forgotten. No matter how good the visual or characters, but once the developer make it becomes a high-paid win base, then it's getting over. I really hope the second sequel will release and they do their best to read the players' feedback comment. The Eminence in Shadow RPG. Surprisingly, this game successfully attracts the newbie player to play it, and some of the veteran players are replaying it again. It's because they made a huge progress by updating the visual graphic. Even right now, we will see how much the voiceover of each character, and it's totally similar within the actual anime on the movies. Anyway, it's a ported game from anime series, that's why you will get so familiar with the game's storyline. The game's combat mechanism is really good because we can make a strike combo within 3 different units. So they all will strike together to deal a massive damage. You know, it needs a lot of game space, about 9GB size, but I'm sure you will enjoy the game's story. Anyway, even though it's story-based game, but you can collect some hero. Bonus, Anchor Panic. This game is really good. It's one of the best new gacha game RPG on mobile that I would really recommend for you. With no pay-to-win, gacha game will lead you to play into a fair and balanced experience. The game's combat mechanism is quite different from the other idle game because we can use an extra action to deal extra damage by tapping the next skill. So in one turn, every hero can unleash 2 skills frequently. I really love how the hero has a high quality skill showcase with a high intensity and dynamic visual power. These all are the best gacha game to play in 2026. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks!